What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 community AI only battle. I just want to point out that Samoa have incredible population right now. 18 population in 121 turns. I don't know what the maths is for that, but that's something like a person every 6 turns, maybe. something like that, just under that or just over that, but it's around that. I think it would be 20 in 120 to be that, but it's pretty close to that. But yeah, there's not too many wars going on at the moment. Well, there's quite a few wars going on, but there's nothing actually like going on. And there we go, the big moment. The Mayans have completed Borobudur, and Prussia is dead. Yep, just went. And the Celts did finally get their little bit of land in Europe. Let's see if they can use that well. They've got some fairly big cities themselves, the Celts. So we'll see. Obviously, they do have a bit of Finland as well. So we'll see how that goes with the Soviets here. It looks like the Huns and Mongolia are going to have a showdown at some point. It looks like that's what Mongolia is planning, as Qing and China fight over here. And the Congo are in a bit of trouble. This is Congo are fine. Nigeria can't get over here that much, and the Moors aren't going to come over here, so they're okay. If Nigeria, by the way, if they hold on to all of this, they're going to be looking pretty strong. Just keep an eye on that. And Texas lost this city, which isn't the end of the world. So this is showing there is quite a bit going on. I just didn't notice. Prussia declared war on Stalin because how the heck? What? You don't even have a city. How did you pull that one off? But India has joined that one. That doesn't really matter. And also we've got this war, which is the Vandals and Austria v Burundi. And I mean, the Vandals could get over here, but I don't think anything's going to happen again. There's just a lot of random wars. There's not too many conflicts where anything was going on. I think I was meant to point this out, but that's happened now. The Sioux are going to not have a good time. Shoshone are working into it slowly. Texas, if they can hold on to what they've got, and yep, they've just pieced out. If they can settle it, there's a spot for like 2 good cities over here. Okay, Stalin's annoyed people by bringing about the end of Prussia. The Moors is not too important. Austria is an interesting one, because this may actually lead to some fighting. So we'll see how that goes down. But it looks like Stalin is kind of eyeing up the Huns right now. So obviously Mongolia might come and save him. Rhodesia. How do Rhodesia even know that Stalin is here? I have no idea. Byzantium have another settler. Looks like they're heading for the tip of Greece right now. They're doing pretty well down here with 4 cities and a ton of units. Oh my goodness. Did not notice they were this strong. It's crazy that they're doing so well. Vietnam, how are you doing? You're just sort of chilling here. You've got the Great Wall of Vietnam. We should probably call it that now. Qing is actually trying here against Beijing. They're doing a pretty good job. I don't think they'll be able to take it, but if someone like Korea or Japan was just suddenly to join in, that'd be very bad for China. Very bad. A couple of civs, that's Assyria and Persia entering the medieval era. Okay, so the Soviet Union just declared war on Korea. That doesn't really matter, but Vietnam also did that. So, I was going to say if someone attacked China, but it looks like it's going the other way around. Japan, by the way, completed Machu Picchu, and they're still doing just fine. Their population is pretty high as well. Obviously, just spread over 5 cities, opposed to Samoa's 3. So we should give them some credit for that. But things are going crazy. Okay, this Byzantine settler looks like it's going for southern Italy, because the Papal States are just not having a good time. I mean, it could be going for North Africa, but that would not be oh my goodness, Ethiopia. Out of nowhere, I wasn't paying attention to this. Are they about to take the Egyptian capital of Thebes? This would eliminate Egypt. They haven't settled any other cities. They have a worker and a composite bowman. As bad as it sounds, they probably deserve to go and lose here. Babylon is going for a city towards sort of the United Arab Emirates area, Dubai. Kilwa are trying to send stuff to their city in southern India. Don't know how long Gandhi's going to let them hold on to this. And his war with Persia isn't going too well. And the Soviet Union, they're going for this let's be at war with everyone in the world kind of vibe. And now they're at war with Egypt too. The Vandals pieced out with Belgium, who have survived. I think they're still at war with the Celts, but if they can just start to rebuild, they're going to be looking very strong over here. Question is, will they be able to fight the Moors, who are also doing pretty well? And I imagine this city will be the cause of some conflict. Papal States suck. They're not going to get back into this, I don't think, unless there's a dramatic collapse of Austria. And as I've been informed, this city is pronounced Salzburg. Sorry for it being a few episodes late, but there you go. yeah, Byzantium are churning things out here. Lots of units. Europe looking very interesting. And yep, they did settle the southern part of Italy, another coastal city. I am expecting a lot of boats throughout the Mediterranean and obviously the Black Sea. And Stalin pieces out with Belgium and just to declare war on Babylon. I thought that was Byzantium and I was going to be a little bit worried for him. But, I mean, they killed Prussia, so by definition I'm now rooting for him to win. Because, you know, that works out. Austria is attacking Stalin. I want the Civ I picked to be taken out by someone that was worth taking them out. There you go, Ethiopia, and that's pretty big. I haven't noticed this, but look at Ethiopia here in the northeast of Africa, shielded by the mountains. As long as they keep an eye on the Vandals and Burundi, they're going to be doing fine. Assyria, Assyria v Babylon. Okay, that is not good for the Middle East. Burundi pieced out with Rhodesia and held on to everything. So South Africa remains a mess. The one thing to bear in mind is the Zulu right now, who have a ton of impies, and Chaka, if he's going to do something, it's going to be now. And I would say attack Kilwa, but I don't know, he can do what he wants. Babylon piecing out with Byzantium. They now have their third city. Let's see how aggressive Assyria are going to be, though. For the first time ever, by the way, the processing turn is in the order I put the civs in. I don't know, maybe it always does that? And that's why it's in a random order, because I usually just go down the order that the game presents them. So I'm more, maybe, and then mods come last. But maybe this, I don't know, maybe that, I've just noticed that if I put them in by continent this time. And as you'll see, everyone in South America goes first, then Oceania, then North America. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just noticed that. So the order you put them in the list is the order they go. So which is funny, because you always put yourself in first. Byzantium versus Ethiopia. Ethiopia's fine from that. Rhodesia, Ethiopia, again, that's not the end of the world. Something that has come up to me that I don't think I've mentioned in the video, obviously I've said it in the comments with some of you. Rhodesia are going for 3 in a row here, but this is definitely the toughest one yet, and I mean, if they win this game, they definitely deserve it. Oh my goodness, Rhodesia via Syria, Kilwa via Syria. South Africa seems to have the problem with North Africa and the Middle East at the moment. That they don't seem to be too happy. Like I said, the Aztecs are actually going to beat Texas to a city in sort of Florida, which is where I thought Texas could probably do the city. I mean, the Aztecs have got another settler, and the Aztecs have a big enough army that maybe they could probably defend this, and they should be alright to keep it. Polynesia haven't settled anything new, and I saw someone noting that Samoa is not in Samoa. We will ignore that entirely for now. I assume like the mod, maybe the Samoan Civ doesn't have a city called Samoa, I imagine, which is probably why that's happened. Mali piecing out with Rhodesia. Please tell me you didn't give them any cities. No, you didn't. Good. That's what I like to see. Austria is trying, but the Soviets are doing fine. Look at this Celtic trireme army. Navy even coming up the Baltic Sea. That is incredible from them. Korea, you're not really helping China against Vietnam, but oh my, there's so many random wars breaking out right now. Austria declaring war on the Congo, of all people. Is this colonialism in 400 AD? Is this what's going on? Byzantium declared war on Burundi as well. Like, that really doesn't matter. How are you... I'm all for a strong Byzantium. That would be very cool. Just a civ out of this region doing well would be impressive. Congo versus Burundi, that is important. And Vietnam, by the way, completing the Hanging Gardens. Congo, you are very brave here. I don't know if you're going to win this. Burundi's a bit overstretched right now, but even so, you don't really have the army for this. And if Shaka wants to, he can just finish you off right now, because this is terrifying. And, the Celts, this big trireme army. Could it take the former Prussian capital? It could. The question is, will they bring back Prussia? I kind of, as much as it would be cool if they did, I really hope they don't, because I'd love to see the Celts do well. And if the Celts take a city from Stalin, that is going to be the greatest storyline of all time. But there we go. Japan did join now, and now their triremes are going to attack Beijing. Let's see how this goes. Egypt and Nigeria just adding to the mess. There's no way I can keep up with this, guys. I'm looking for cities that drop, but I can't show you all the action. There's stuff going on everywhere. India fighting Persia. Assyria appear not to be attacking Babylon. It's just like a, we don't like you kind of war. But yeah, Byzantium, those wars were a little bit scarier, but I think they should be fine. Soviets are actually trying here. So they got to watch out now. The Celts are on their case too. They couldn't be at war with many more people. So it looks like in East Asia, things are looking interesting. So it looks like Korea and Vietnam might be on a bit of a team. Japan and China are on a team. Qing have slowed their... Wait, Vietnam? Were Vietnam at war with China? Am I being stupid? Qing were at war with China, weren't they? I don't think it was Vietnam at all. But Japan are trying now. Korea now joined in the war against Byzantium. Because, Korea is so close to Byzantium and in such a good position to take over their cities. Why not risk looking like a warmonger over it? It's not going to hurt, is it? Really? Okay, we had our first war in South America, I believe. Not really, but Argentina are involved in it, so it counts. Versus the Mayans, who are not having the best time. Texas also in this, but they're not going to do anything. It's kind of down to the Aztecs here. And those two cities I wanted Texas to settle are almost certainly going to be Aztec cities instead. The Iroquois is sitting over here right now, avoiding all the mess that is going on. The Shoshone have built up a bit of an army, though, to go after the Sioux. Interesting. Still nothing more from Polynesia. They're happy with what they've got right now. Interesting. Samoa still haven't gone for more. There's so many resources out on these islands. Surprised they haven't gone for more cities, but I imagine they might have happiness issues. Although if anyone's going to have them, it's not them, because they got a little bonus from me when I showed them the map and they saw all the wonders early. But apart from that, I mean, even so, they've got a huge population. Happiness is going to be difficult to come by at times. I'm looking at Ethiopia right now. They're in such a good position. Are they going to make it count? That is the question. It really matters. There's so much war just going on around them. It's going to be easy. Look at Mali as well. They're doing pretty well over here in the west. Looks like it could be a straight shootout between Nigeria, Mali, and Ethiopia in Africa. Unless one of these guys does something soon to start uniting everything. Europe's much more open. I think anyone can do well there, except probably the Papal States. And maybe Austria is starting to lag behind. They need it. Actually, look at this. Ooh, this is big. Question is it going to be... It's Austria's turn. There you go. The former Prussian capital of Königsberg has fallen. Instead of going to the Celts, who probably did quite a bit of the work, it has fallen to Austria. That is a big blow for the Soviet Union and a pretty big pickup for Austria. They needed that. The problem is Stalin's army is coming. Oh, and Babylon is dead. There you go. Their capital has finally fallen. Assyria get a second city. It took them long enough. But there you go. Better late than never, Assyria. Now, go on. Go and take the rest of the Arabian Peninsula, because it would be cruel to just leave Babylon struggling down here in the desert for the rest of the game. And, Byzantium has probably got their eyes... The one problem Byzantium has is there's so many sea tiles. Like, it plays as a benefit, and look... Please tell me you're not trying to... What are you doing, Stalin? You literally just lost a really important city. And, you killed the civ I was rooting for, and you don't even seem to care about the land anymore. China piecing out with Qing. Qing yet to get anything new either, but Mongolia seems to have turned their sights away from the west, back to the east. That army is heading towards Qing. This city is very safe, to be fair, by the mountains. Peking may not be in the same position, especially if Korea are interested. Japan's trying, but they don't really have the boats yet. I did see that other war, by the way. Don't worry, Mali v the Vandals. It's going to be tough, but possible. There is a ridiculous amount of wars going on right now, and Polynesia has declared a war against Burundi. Not really sure why. And Stalin pieces out with the Celts. I'm surprised he didn't give Kiev away, to be honest. Wouldn't have surprised me. But he's still alive, and now he can focus on taking this city back just from Austria, which I guess is a helping hand. The Moors have declared war on Ethiopia. I think they'll be okay. Look at the Moorish army here. That's the one concern I'd have for Belgium, who have built up a bit of an army towards Berlin. But we'll see. Obviously, it's a bit of a mess over here. Stalin v Burundi. Assyria, Burundi. Burundi piecing out with the van. What's everyone got against Burundi? Ethiopia v Burundi. Okay, that's pretty big. Luckily for Burundi, as I said, all their cities, these two cities at least, are in very weird positions, surrounded by lakes, so they should be safe. The question is, I think they're at war with Nigeria maybe, or if Nigeria do attack them, that's not going to go well. Okay, the Shoshone looking to finish off the Sioux here. They have a good chance. They have a pretty big army, and they are doing pretty well, the Shoshone. They've settled another city this way to give them some more access to the Pacific, and the Aztecs have brought about a war with the Iroquois. That's going to come at some point. Korea piecing out with Stalin. Mongolia going after Qing, as we expected. Babylon has switched hands twice. They recovered it and lost it again. And Vietnam was at war with Korea, though. Okay, I was getting confused. I think Qing was at war with China, and then Vietnam was at war with Korea, but I thought it was Vietnam at war with China. But yeah, Vietnam were at war with Korea, but nothing happened. Vietnam, this is unusual. They're usually very good. They've not made the start. They've not even gone after Shanghai yet, or tried to push into India. Gandhi's just chilling here, and I wouldn't count him out. I mean, compare his population to Persia. That's one thing India are good at, good population. The problem is Samoa are outdoing them at the moment. This region is just a mess. Like, there is people fighting everybody, everywhere. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.